friend just mentioned me in the story. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my. Oh, I got a Mac screen right there, and I don't use it because it's shit. Like, do you know what I mean? But I feel like if I put the YouTube on it, I'll have the comments. I could be in the comments as well. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's for next week. So every week, just a little upgrade. I need to get my light as well. I need to get my light back from school. Little ring light. I just like the brightness better, so I turn the light off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Show. My name is Lorne, and this week we are recapping the 3 battles from episode 2 of Premier Battles Where Winning Matters. We have DubTee versus Red Wolf. Who had more to prove and who proved their point? We have DoeJoe versus Bison Briggz. Does the young pretender have what it takes to seize the throne from Mr. Briggman? And we have Bowski versus Sam Messe. Which of these two endlessly energetic MCs has what it takes to elevate themselves above the other? We'll recap the table, the current standings as the tournament takes shape. We'll discuss a bunch of talking points from the episode. And to do that, we have my cunning cohort and co-host, battler and streamer, Crash is in the building. Crash, make yourself known, my friend.
Boy, Crash, back again. Insert coin the mixtape out on Bandcamp. Search that. Lorne, how we doing? We're back again.
I'm so much happier now that you got your promo game on point. Like, listen,
yo,
right.
I told you last week.
Shut up, Lorne. I got my promo on right now.
Yeah, man, we're back. We're back, baby. I told you I knocked the dust off the streaming mic, so
amazing.
We're back. 2026 is looking good.
Excellent.
How are you?
Stuff. I'm good, man. I'm good. I like you. I saw the episode live. I've taken extensive notes. I've also had an opportunity to go through the battles again, maybe sift through on a rewatch, try to, garner some truth here, get to the real nub of some of the issues that we're seeing. First impressions of the episode. What did you make of the whole thing in general?
Yeah, from the get-go, bro. It was looking good. It was looking clean. It was looking organized and like uniformed, which we liked. Your thoughts and feelings?
So, I think that the fact that they're going to have another episode that's similar to this next week, in the sense of they're going to have 3 battles, made it an infinitely, not infinite, but slightly more digestible watch. It meant that there was more of an opportunity for the narratives to spin during the episode. And I think the MVP of this episode, which we'll come to shortly, it kind of gave it its own flavor. This episode felt very much like an episode of a weekly television show, in the sense that there was a very strong theme running throughout. And heel Briggz is that. He is that talking point that I was like, right, cool, we've got something to just really sink our teeth into a little bit. But also, it's kind of a continuation of the first week, in the sense that I think some of the battlers are going to be thinking to themselves, could have done a little bit better. There'll be some battlers that have made a name for themselves in this one and really delivered on some promise and potential, and everything in between. So I don't know where you want to start, to be honest. There's so much in. I mean, I guess, do we agree with the decisions?
My bro.
Where do we start? Do we just start with the decisions? Where do we go?
Do we start with the decisions?
Because I think that's the least contentious thing. What did you? Which battles did you score, and what did you score them? We've got 3 on the docket. I suppose we should kick off with young DubTee and Red Wolf. How did you score that one?
I gave it 3-0, man. I gave it 3-0, man, to DubTee, man.
3-0, okay.
I gave every round to DubTee, man.
Wow, okay. So, I think it's probably fair to say at this point, when I judge battles, I do look at the strength of the overall presentation of all 3 rounds when you take them all into consideration, as opposed to just did this round beat this round. It's a hard one, though. I think I probably have a controversial take on this battle. Not in who won and lost, but the reasons for why they won and lost. But I want to hear from you. what stood out for you about DubTee's performance, considering the fact that, again, we're talking about a kid that's got a lot of promise and potential. He's been making a lot of noise and shows promise at times, but then occasionally feels like he's let himself down in others and expresses as such. What did you make of DubTee against Red Wolf in this situation?
I feel like for his first showing of this tournament, DubTee got in his bag a bit, but there was a bigger bag he could have got into. I feel like he could have had a better performance, but it's his first performance. I don't think he's used to the 1 minute time limit, so writing for that can be quite difficult. But I just feel overall, he cleanly swept Red Wolf by a large margin every round, in my opinion. And I did like his move where he nullified the fat jokes thing. So when I'm scoring, I'm usually scoring 1 point, 1 point. Red Wolf was taking a lot of 0.5s because I give it, because DubTee, I felt like DubTee saying about the give us your fat. I didn't like the fat jokes. I'm not gonna lie. I like fat jokes as well. They're funny, but I feel like Red Wolf just was using basic material, if that makes sense. Like it was a lot of basic built up together, and I've heard a lot better from Red Wolf, man. And DubTee had the 32 bar bet on Red. That was the bar of the battle. So him having that, yeah, I just gave it cleaning to him, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've got pretty extensive notes on this. I mean, the overwhelming impression I got from DubTee in this battle was one of almost complete offense at being made to battle. It like there was something emanating from him in this battle where it was like, man, he is really not happy about being in this situation right now, and he's going to take it out on Red Wolf. Everything in his demeanor, to the way he was executing his bars, to the build up to the, you know, the sort of his makeshift slogan of this battle, you know, fuck your lesbian haircut and all this sort of stuff. The only point in the battle that he was really playful was that bit at the beginning where he kind of sidled up to the bar and said, "Howdy, folks, the Red Dead bar."
I like that bar as well. Yeah, that was a very nice bar as well.
But apart from that,
then
man,
it was just cutthroat from then, and like, it started to feel bullyish, and like the size difference didn't help either. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it can be really imposing. I mean, the line when the police find you, they'll be like you in social cues. They won't be able to recognize you. That's rude. That's mean.
That's rude.
That's mean. He's going in.
That's mean. I like that.
So like I say, just a general sense of aggravation. But I feel that translated really well because, as you say, he called a lot of the fat stuff to culminate round one, and then referenced it again in round two to again just gently dictate the course of the battle by saying, "Listen, if you do this, you're dumb, or it's not as good." Yada yada yada. And then just these slight little things, and then culminating, like you say, I just came to put a 3-0 to Red. And you can bet the house on it. Good. The other line I really liked was American fans call me English dub because I translate perfectly. I thought that's quite clever. That's quite clever. But touching on Red Wolf for a second. Okay, here's my controversial opinion. And I think everyone feels the same way to a certain degree. And correct me if I'm wrong if this is the assessment, that it did feel a bit repetitive. It felt like he was going back to the well, back to the well, back to the well over the course of 3 rounds. Okay. And they've said, look, that's a no-no, or it's a bad... Okay. I think Red Wolf's biggest issue is he doesn't quite commit one way or the other to being hyper-aggressive and bully-ish and really mean with his stuff, or indifferent and almost clowning on a person. It was like he was trying to find this weird middle ground, and it really cost him, because it then meant that DubTee's aggressiveness wasn't counted by either one of those things. Do you know what I mean? So do you see what I'm saying there?
Interrupt you there.
Shoot.
I'm glad you said that. No, I'm glad you said that, because that reminded me of a thought I had earlier. And it was in the interview before, Red Wolf was very confident in himself, being like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, and I can do that. And he's only got one style. But like you just said, like if you've got a lot of movesets, you've only got 60 seconds. Don't try and rush through all of them. Pick a style and stick to it throughout the whole battle, to be honest. Like you said, if you can do all of them, stick to it once. But it felt like, like you said, he went from like trying to bully DubTee to like, let's go silly, to like hard. But like, it just didn't work for me. It felt like he was cramming a lot in. And the content wasn't enough. Like if he did one punch of each and it was amazing, cool, we've got you on that. But it wasn't. And like I said before, it was like, even the content just felt very basic. Like the bars, the fat jokes, and like, I can run laps around you and stuff. It just wasn't hitting. Like there wasn't, like in previous battles, we've seen crowd reaction. so it's not like they're scared to react. And I felt like he got the reaction he deserved, which was crickets most of the time.
It's an interesting one because I think, again, the other pivotal moment that I thought happened in the battle was, again, this. Because again, I think you can take it two ways. Like the fact that Dub has referenced it maybe indicates maybe, like I say, a sensitivity to it. Which again, I feel like you really need to lean into. Again, part of I think Red Wolf's demeanor sometimes comes across as overly polished. He's overly like he has got every bump and cadence down to a T, and so it comes across in such a way that doesn't translate all that well in a room environment where you do need to feel engaged with the audience. You do need to engage with the camera. And he never quite feels like he's engaging his opponent, and he never quite feels like he's engaging the audience. And that was kind of summed up to me by the fact that, and I loved this, because this is another narrative aspect of Prem's presentation that I really loved. Immediately following the battle, and immediately following the judge's decision, they played his track, and it's nothing but love. It's nothing but, wow, actually, this fucker's talented, man. This is a sick track. And it just shows, like, there's probably something about him that he's not playing into as a strength that he's not yet hit on. But instead of what he's maybe was encouraged to do, I think what he's done here is he's tried to tailor his stuff. Whoosh, he's just tried to, like you say, cram in as much material as possible. But in doing so, he's still kind of not quite got the essence of what battle rap is, which is you're supposed to make your opponent look an absolute toolbox or entertain the fuck out of the audience. And he's just missing a key ingredient of engagement one way or the other. I don't know if you disagree with me on that, or if you have any thoughts about, because again, no, you've seen it back.
I agree with you on that. And do you know what it is? He needs to realize that he's in a tournament. So if he's good at all different styles, then home in, right? DubTee's going to be aggressive on me. Cool. Should counter that with aggression this time.
Right.
He's got Bowski next. I've got Bowski. I'm going to do some comedy. Like that doesn't always work. I'll talk about that later in the next battle. But yeah, man, just pick a style and go with it and concentrate it down, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, my notes on Red Wolf's performance seem to kind of, because again, they come across as overly polished rather than being trying to be antagonistic. But there was some cool stuff in there. So I think because the interview segment and the judging segment both kind of made reference to this frustration that they have with him to a degree. But I really do think that frustration is born of the fact that there's clearly talent there to be able to fit in material and perform it cleanly. Okay, that's a great start for any battler. But it is ultimately, you've got to have that connection, that X factor with an audience. Some guys find it in a gimmick. Some guys find it in a performance that endears him to a crowd, or whatever the case may be. He's just lacking that little bit. But to come back to DubTee, is he a dark horse for this tournament? Because he ticks a lot of boxes for what you would look for as an upcoming star. Young kid, really well versed in battle rap history, passionate about it, but he's got just a slight, I don't know if it's arrogance, but it's certainly well, of course I'm brilliant. And when he lets people down,
arrogance.
Yeah, man.
That young boy arrogance, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Like, and he can prove that even though he's doing the aggressive bully thing, he's still funny with it.
Right.
Even like the lesbian haircut and stuff like that, he still has bars, but he's not trying to pander it as funny. He's trying to pander it as like, I'm going to mock you.
Yeah.
So like, I see him being dark horse, as you say, because to be honest, there's not, I don't know, is there anyone really that I don't know, like a Ghast or something might stop him. I don't know. We'll find out.
Be interesting to see if he puts a run together, but you called it 3-0. I believe, I'd have to pull the tape. So you remember how last week we were querying what that second number was? It's JR, judged rounds. So every round that they're judged, there's 3 judges, so 3 points each, and you can accumulate. And I imagine that's a tiebreaker situation if anyone ends on 6 points or 3 points. Like, who goes through? Which is slick. I got to give him credit. Just to turn to the comment section for a second. Salute Chap says James. Hyla says, yo, Hot Take Hylas is in the house. For some reason, comedy just doesn't really suit Red Wolf, and I can't put my finger on why. None of his jokes hit. When he just raps clever, he's more effective. Bobby Rex is in the chat. He hosts everything, and he makes everything better. Again, my favorite do you know what? I'm going to just interrupt the show for just a second because I need to do an impression. I love doing impressions. It's a bad one, but it needs to be done.
Go for it.
We have just seen a car crash. Briggzy was at the wheel. Like, That has to go on a shirt. If there's not a Prem endorsed t-shirt with that fucking phrase and Bobby's massive smile on his face, then there is something criminally wrong with the world. I need that t-shirt in my life, Prem. Make it happen, cowards. I need that t-shirt. Bobby with an absolute gem. I want to talk about that. So, how are you finding these segments in between? Because I really do love the injection of personality, especially in this episode, where it felt like there was more energy in the room. There felt that there was some more, a bit more of a connection with the guys and bantering backwards and forwards. You know what I mean? James says the same thing. Bobby is killing it. What are you making of these segments?
No, yeah, Bobby is killing it. Shorty's killing it. They're all killing it, man. The vibe is good. Like when you messaged me midway through the minute I was watching, like I said to you, I don't watch football like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's just the banter between them is a good do you know what I mean? Intersection anyway. And like I wasn't doing anything anyway, and like this was a shorter show anyway, so I thought it'd be shorter. So yeah, man, them man are killing it. I'm not gonna lie, this is a fun watch, and again, it's like a series. It's a mad new content type, and I'm with it. I'm ready for it. I feel like next show's gonna be better. The battles looking, the previews again. I want to see a pagan like this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see these battles.
Well, we got the running list for the next episode as well, so we'll cover that. But I agree with you, and that's one of the reasons I was so confident having seen episode 1, because I just know from experience. Right, I know they're going to get sharper and better. They're going to get. And everyone's going to get reps. Bobby's going to get reps. Briggsy's going to get reps. Shorty's going to get reps. Show's going to get reps. Everybody's going to get reps. So every week you're going to start to see them just gently hone in on everything and make it better. And I couldn't agree with you more. But I was guilty last week of fixating too much on the production value, which we shall not be doing today. We're talking battles, ladies and gentlemen. And the next one is probably the one that has the most, for me, in it to talk about, because I want to fixate on one aspect of it, but we'll talk about the battle in its entirety. We've got DoeJoe, the young pretender to the throne, as I said, versus the boss, old Triple B himself, Bison Briggz. Talk to me about this one, because again, we know what happens in the battle, but I'm happy for you to recap it. Talk to me about how you felt about this battle going in and what you felt it ultimately delivered.
I'd like to recap it back to our show last week, and I believe we nailed it on the head. Well, I did. I can't remember if you agreed, but I said, due to the short prep, I'm gonna have DoeJoe taking it. Briggsy's not that great on short prep. I get he's stepping in and doing it for the gang. I hear that. But at least it weren't like embarrassing. It was fun, innit? Briggzy had a laugh with it. It wasn't awkward. It added more to the show. And yeah, man, there's not much to talk about the battle line. We know what happened in the battle line, you know what I'm saying? But like I said last week, can you blame him? Like, production-wise, it's a long day anyway, and now you've got a battle on top. Yeah, what are you saying about the battle, my boy?
Okay, so Bobby is not wrong. I want to point that out, Bobby. You are correct in the sense of, like my guest here, it was a complete and utter crash. Absolute 100%. And we all saw it happen in slow motion. However, as a car crash goes, that was fun, man, because
it was funny. It was funny. That's what I'm saying.
He was owning it. You know what I mean? He was like, right, okay. How do I dig myself out of this? Right, fuck it, heal. Right, cut this. Right, take the side, cut this shit. Right, then the beginning of the next. Right, okay, right. I liked how that slight injection of I'll just throw this out there, joke. If you weren't there live, okay, I get you missed this, but watch them live, number one, because they are a lot of fun to watch live. Chiefly because what you then saw was Prem run polls throughout the course of the night to see, right, who do you think's winning? What do you think is the right? And then Briggzy just starts, who do you think won? Yeah. Briggzy or Briggzy? What's the score? 3-0. 3-0 in the second round, by the way.
I'm pretty sure one of them was who won this round. Briggz or Lily Phillips. and Lily Phillips won, man.
That's so funny. That's so much fun. You know what I mean? And to DoeJoe's credit, I think that race is not only because of his performance in the battle. I know he got all 3 rounds out, so he wins it. But I think he held his composure. He stayed in his lane as far as, right, I've got to make sure I make an impression and say what I need to say. And watch him, man. The only time I think he broke was, I think, in the third round where he said, "Oh, I'm doing a U now," where he had a minor moment where he nearly stumbled.
Glitch.
You know what I mean?
Glitch.
And it actually, the one thing I want to ask you about this, because we'll come back to Briggzy in a second, but DoeJoe did something and it made me think about, what about the time limit as a good thing from a battler's perspective rather than an impediment? So DoeJoe was going, man. DoeJoe was really letting him have it. And they called time. But it felt not like, man, like I want to hear more. It felt like, no, pull him, you pull him off him, man. You stop. He's done. It's over. It felt more vicious as a result because they called time rather than getting to the end. Do you know what I mean? So my question is that a tactic a guy could utilize with any success in battle rap with a time scenario where they're going to call time? Like, you go so fucking just mad with it that by calling time, it actually, fucking Jesus Christ, what was he gonna say?
Let him breathe. Let him get up. Let him get up. Let him get up.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like, talk to me about your impression of that. How did you do? You agree and do you feel the same? Like, do you feel that could be something that someone else could utilize?
I feel like they need to be watching the show to get these like tactics from you. I feel like that can exactly be used like that, and it is like if you start bombing at the end, people are raring to see your next round. Like now you've got to up it on the next round, or if you do it on the third round, people are like, yo, he was bombing on him, like I need to, do you know what I'm saying? It's scaring the other competitors, man. It can work, definitely.
It definitely, I felt like it raised, in a weird way, it raised both of their stocks. Not only because, again, look, if you've been around battle rap for any meaningful period of time, you know who Briggzy is. I've even been present for a battle where, again, it was a short notice thing and he had his moments, but ultimately he got through it. But I think, as opposed to when something like this can happen, it can be really gut-wrenching and really hard to sit through. It made it like this sort of, okay, so he's going to pull all the strings, he's going to pull levers and say, well, nah, come on, like, nah, actually, I get extra time and this, that, and the other. It really did give the whole episode a personality, which was perfect because then it led into that card segment where Briggzy's hosting. So you have a bit more familiarity with Briggzy as a guy. And again, the jokes of, well, you know, I might have to go and win the tournament so I can keep the $3,000 in the bank, and then completely shit the bed, but then heal it up afterwards. It just gave, like, every one of those segments, it felt like there was almost a through line. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get what you mean. They segmented well. But it has been edited very well, to be honest, from, like, the battle order and that. And, I had it and it's gone, bruv. Carry on talking and I'll chip back in.
The other thing I was going to say was, to your point, I do want to praise the editing on this episode specifically because I think it's a significant upgrade on last week's. There were far fewer errors that I caught. There were far few audio issues. There's only one audio issue I could catch, and I think I know why. But overall, the product was, again, much more polished, much more succinct. I think the 3 battles suited it. I think they lent into some of the fact that they knew about some of this stuff in advance. It's like, right, well, how can we use it? It's playing into their hands more and more as the weeks go on. At least that's how I feel.
No, I agree. And let me go back.
Shoot.
Briggzy had a great introduction to the tournament, may I say, as well, because did a little flip, okay, about the PB thing. That was called. My man come rebuttal. He must be an experienced battler because that's not an easy move. Then he introed his character so well that he's like, yeah, I'll run this. You got, and like, I only did it because it was you. Like, he's punched him. He got, fuck you. Then he got reaction and then choked. And it was funny. And then joked it out. And I liked it because as a character, again, like, is Briggzy one of the top picks? He could be if he wasn't doing a production. But due to the fact that he's probably not going to win, we know he's only stepped in for a replacement. He's still put his character. Yeah, I like the way he's done his character, to be fair. Even though it wasn't the best showing, still gives him a character.
Exactly. And I think that's part of the Red Wolf situation for me when you look back on it, is people don't quite get him yet within the context of battle rap. But then when you put him in a musical scenario, you're like, oh, I can't. Right, that makes more sense. But DubTee is instantly more gettable, and I think, again, all of these things come together. So the interview segments, right, that's what I really wanted to see from the guys, is like, look, whatever you want to set your stall out. I think that was part of Spirit's appeal last week. You got Spirit from the get-go. It's just, he's a young lad who's indifferent to anything except being in the ring battling. Anything else, I don't really care. I'll win the tournament. I want the money. But then you put him in a battle, and he comes alive. And that gives him a mystique that means people lean into him. But I'm ignoring the winner of this battle. I need to come back to that. Because DoeJoe, number one, I felt that DoeJoe had improved his overall battling style by a couple of things. Number one, he was leaning on Briggzy throughout the course of the battle, really stressing the physical. Bobby made reference to it, actually. He was like, look, I like the fact he's getting in his personal space. He's leaning into him. He's directing it at Briggzy. You know what I mean? But also, I think there was a couple of things he said that they could be
Anarchy,
taboo.
Man. Anarchy, man.
Well, listen, man.
I thought it was in the Anarchy tournament. He was saying some stuff, man.
This is it,
but
man.
It was good. That, like, I like stick it to the boss, man.
What was it? It was oh man, I had a note of.
First off, the P fucking the B was quite funny because you know what? It's a thought that's gone across my mind when I saw the new logo. But I'm just polite now.
Okay.
I'm trying my hardest. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that you brought it up.
But that's the thing. And again, in this battle, he flipped. That's his opening. It's this time. It's your character getting fucked. Like that's
I liked it. It was good. It was good rebuttal.
That's a pretty good
Very
flip.
Good
but that antagonism I felt made for because DoeJoe felt like not only was he getting some shit off his chest, he was getting the opportunity to say some stuff within the course of the battle. But again, it's more than that. He was doing it without ignoring the point of the battle, which he's got to be entertaining. He's got to be going after his opponent. And there was a couple. I think it was the I do have it noted. Now it's your turn to pad for time while I find it.
May I say, Briggzy did have a little dickhead. We've all had a dickhead supervisor before that's cussed you out. He did give DoeJoe a little rundown of like, yo, you're always asking for battles that you're like too big. I like that. He was like, it was like a HR meeting. You're flying on the wall in the HR meeting, like, yo, you're always talking about you want this and that, but it's not. You're not equating that. You're not worth that, bro. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. That's what we give you a platform for. So I did like that, but yeah, DoeJoe stuck it to the man.
I haven't got the line, but it's the reference to Twerk. Twerk took your money and sang all the way to the bank. I thought you better be prepared to stick the landing because that is we don't talk about that anymore.
Man.
You know what I mean?
If you're saying fuck the police, you gotta say fuck all of them, man.
But that's
you know what I'm saying? This is your one shot to say it.
Exactly. I think he said it within the context of the battle. He strung it together with everything. It really felt more indicative of that sort of authority figure and the downtrodden employee, and the employee just getting 5 minutes. Right, okay, carte blanche. You can say whatever you like. Right, well, I'm going to say exactly what I fucking want to say to you.
Where winning matters, unless you're his mates. Like, oh my god, bro, you're being, bro, this is a private. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's been one of the few guys that hasn't been shy on social media and just saying exactly what he wants to say. In fact, I don't know if I've had this yet, but I saw him with Raptor and Tony was just.
I had to damn Friday it because it was like, oh, what? We're doing that now, yeah? Bring that. If everyone started doing that, battle rap would be a hell of a fun place, man.
I think though, DoeJoe is smart enough to he's being rap with it. He's not actually being a twat. He's not trying to go after. He's keeping it. If you pay attention, I think
if you can line up another battle, bro.
I think he is because what was the other one? Bro. He was because the whole point of that counter was because of the 2-on-2 mention, like this idea of, oh well, maybe we'll get a 2-on-2 belt, and DoeJoe was like, hang on, we were the last two great 2-on-2, and it's like, oh, okay, we've got some stuff going, but hey, listen, he's got eyes too big for his stomach because we're still in the tournament phases, lads. We're still in the bracket phases.
Come on, man.
But how did you score this battle? Was it 2-1 to Briggzy or 3-0 to Briggzy? Do you think?
It's two Briggz, one Lily Phillips, I think it was, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's a 3-0, man.
God.
It's a 3-0, man. We know that, man. It's a 3-0, man.
Yeah, which, look, is probably one of the few times in battle rap history where I don't think it hurts either one of them. It's one of those situations where it's like, no, DoeJoe got a good win in an entertaining battle, and Briggzy got to have an entertaining battle while also getting away with editing, producing, directing, everything under the sun, and getting a battle out. But they make the point, like, and I'll ask you this, because I've only seen a few of Briggzy's battles. I have some familiarity, but not an expertise on him. Can he adapt? Can he get better in this tournament now he's got a performance under his belt that he probably won't be happy with? Is that gonna spur him on? Is that gonna ignite something competitive in him? Would you say as a battle, like if you had a performance like that, would you be like, right, fuck, I need to get back in there and I need to do this shit? You know what I mean?
Gonna kill me to say this because there's a little voice in my head that's saying Briggzy gonna clip this and use it against me one day. But Briggzy is a very good battler, man. When he's on 100, Briggzy, of course, man, he's got the experience. Like those rebuttals weren't lame rebuttals; they were very good rebuttals. But like I said last week, and I'll say it this week, in this tournament, it's gonna be hard, man. And what I don't want to see is like 4 battles of this Briggzy. Do you know what I mean? It was playing. I hope it's like sometimes it's just about passing the reins, like which is hard, isn't it? You've all got jobs, you've all got a lot to do anyway. But maybe it is just let Shotty and Bobby take this week, innit? I'm gonna lock down on this battle. Just give me a couple of I don't know. But I hope to see a better Briggzy, man, because Briggzy have some fire battles out there on the internet, man. But he has got some shit shows as well. And this is another one for the shit shows.
Well, last battle on the card, far from a shit show, by the way. No, that wasn't segueing on that basis, but kind of one I didn't know what to make of when I was predicting it, and when I was trying to just, what could be the elements at play here? How is this likely going to go? But I ended up drawing a blank because you've got proper venerated veteran versus proper newbie in Bowski versus Sam Esse. Right. I need you to take the ball and run with this one because I didn't know what to make of it waiting for it to happen. I'm still not quite sure how to make of it after the fact. I think Bowski won. I think that's fair to say. But I'm not too sure what to make. I'll try and explain why, but please, give me your thoughts.
On the overall battle, I think Bowski won, man. I think Bowski is Bowski, and Bowski is funny, man. I feel like, I don't know why, but I told you I haven't seen much of Sam Esse, but I thought Sam Esse was like an aggressive rapper for some reason. I feel like he lost the battle because he was trying to match Bowski. And Bowski been sat down for a while as well. So, and a Bowski performance, I've been in battle rap for a long time, is always one to watch on the day. You know, Bowski can be shit and still entertain the crowd at the same time crashing, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, but this was a good Bowski. And yeah, I feel like Sam's Esse's jokes just weren't hitting for me. And again, Bowski's great. The intro fucked it for me as well, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Not great impressions, bro. Don't know who told you to say that. Fire that staff member there, bro. Like on the team, like you can't come to battles no more. Like,
dare I ask you to? What are you referencing? I can't remember what your. I can't remember.
Stands for.
If you want to finish that, if you want to finish that sentence, then by all means go ahead. I can't remember.
I don't want to.
What he said.
YouTube, bro.
No, you don't want to.
Like, everyone knows what SA stands for, man. Everyone knows. We shouldn't have to. We're grown ups here now.
I will admit, and I'll say this into the camera. I didn't know how to feel about that when he said it either. I get it's kind of a shock jot statement. Maybe it's battle rap, so it's battle rap. My rule is always this: if it's funny, okay, fair enough. Not sure it actually was funny. That's my sticking point with that as a okay, that's certainly a way to introduce yourself. And again, it comes back to my point that I made on my stream the other day. I really prefer it when the battlers are introduced rather than throwing to the battler and letting them introduce themselves. There's something that I find always puts a battler off when you're like, right, okay, we're going to do this right, battler on my left-hand side. And then you catch them like,
there's certain man, like, I don't know, like, off the top of my head, like, Young Crumpet, maybe if they've got a slogan, like, they only practice that bit.
Right.
But me and myself as a battler, I don't know for other battlers, we never rehearse that bit, really, because we don't know if we're going to introduce ourselves or if the host is going to do it. So it's like, kind of, and then sometimes it hits you, sometimes you're there, like, am I on the left or the right? Because they're just going to, they might throw it out, like, do you know what I mean? And then you're just like, yeah, crash, well, I think seriously, yeah.
It's why I think, again, if I'm hosting something, I think it's my job to make sure that the battlers eased into it and I give the audience a reason to get hyped up. But that's just me. I mean, it negates that altogether. But that's by the by. This battle, the way it developed, I thought was interesting because there was a moment in the second round. I feel like Bowski really took it down. He kind of went more, I don't know, more human, there was a moment there where he was kind of playing with that aspect of it, which is kind of not what I expect. I expected Bowski to be just a ball of energy from start to finish, just constantly being the most clowny, disrespectful guy, because the only real recent form of reference I had was against Crow. And I think really highly of Crow. I think he's super talented, super, super good at what he does. But I saw him in a room in a Don't Flop event get turned. And it's one of Crow's earlier battles, granted, but like Bowski's just got this ability to absorb an audience into what he's doing. You know what I mean? And
Bowski is a very known guy, and like he is a loved guy, member of it. He's just Bowski. And what it is he's built this character over many leagues, only many years. Just being Bowski to do whatever fuck Bowski wants to do. Like I said to you last week, if Bowski wants to do aggression, Bowski got that dog in him, man. He can bark on you, but he can also twirl like a ballerina if he wants to, and we're all gonna love it. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. Talk to me about the way the battle developed then. So when you're watching this one in particular, where you're judging two guys who come from completely different backgrounds, and they're expecting different things of themselves, how do you try and size up who's getting the better? Because again, I think the older guys are going to have the experience to be able to carry them through in moments where they feel like maybe they're losing the crowd, or maybe they're not quite got their material together, and they could. I mean, you saw it. Briggzy controlled that situation, even though he had no idea what he was going to say, and yet could keep a handle on the situation. Whereas I feel like there are other battlers who, you know, when they try and get a handle on a situation, it kind of gets away from them a little bit. But in this, I felt like. What do you think cost? Okay, that's probably a better question. What separated Bowski winning from Sam Esse losing in this battle to you?
Bowski being himself, to be honest. It felt like Sam Esse was just trying to out Bowski, if that makes sense to you. I don't know how much Bowski you've seen, but I've seen a lot of Bowski. Pause that right now. But there's a lot to see, big man. But pause again. Jesus Christ, just stick to the topic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I haven't watched that much Sam Esse, I won't lie. I expected like an over cocky, aggressive, like, do you know what I mean? Try to even put pressure on Bowski a little bit, like a couple jokes here and there. But it just felt like, it just weren't hitting. But Bowski was just his character, which worked for him, and is a character that you don't have to know. You kind of understand when you watch him. He's a geezer.
I just want to turn to the comment section for a second, because Bobby's been very kind to give us his time, and he's been in the comment section just kind of talking about a couple of bits and bobs. I just really want to highlight again, I get that the tournament brackets have shifted a little bit, but I think some surprises have come. I think Bobby is one of those surprises, and again, I just want to touch on that again in the segmentation of the show and the fact that he's been incorporated in things. I think one of the things that I'm really looking forward to developing as a tournament, and that's why I know that some people were down on the idea of some of the competitors being relative newbies because you don't know their quality level, but I'm like, yeah, but this is the opportunity to see something new, not only in those newbies, but what they bring out of established competitors, because they're going against guys they wouldn't idealize battling or see themselves battling. They got to think a different way. They maybe got to find something that they haven't found before. And then outside that, like I say, you're seeing Briggzy have fun with the format. You're seeing Bobby have fun with the format, who brings stuff out of Shotty and Stro on the way. How are you finding the tournament so far in terms of seeing stuff you wouldn't have seen otherwise? Are you seeing a lot, or are you just kind of, is it kind of not par for the course, but are you just enjoying a bit of consistency from what you already expected?
To be honest, I'm liking the fact that I can sit down on a Sunday and know that I'm going to see, well, it was free, but like 4 battles, do you know what I mean, that are new. It doesn't really matter who it is. One of them might be shit. 2 of them might be great. You don't know what you're going to get, and I think it's enjoyable. Some of these battlers I watch, some of these battles like Sam Esse, I haven't seen as much in the newbies, so it is good to see the newbies in a new format. And it's fair, because it's the 1-minute timers. Do you know what I mean? Anything can happen. Like, even the OGs, like, they might be struggling, because like when you do battle rap for that amount of time, you're used to that 2 minutes, 3 minutes, that little let's do a start up, let's do a slogan. You don't really have time for that here. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it.
All right, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to pad for time, because I'm in the messaging section of my Instagram account, and I'm trying to arrange something. I'm looking to the camera in real time, so you're just gonna have to let Uncle Lorne sort something out for a second.
Yo, there's someone in the backstage. I don't know if you know, bro.
Yeah, this is it. I'm trying to figure that out now. So hang on. Right. Where?
Yeah. So like I said, yeah, Insert Coin is my mixtape. It's on Bandcamp. It's free. I made a tenner this week. That's fire. Thank you very much to my boys. I didn't plan for this bit of the show, so yeah, 10 tracks of fire. Go get that now.
So this is the thing. I didn't ask anyone to. Did I set it? So right, I'm gonna look in the camera as I say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm still working on this whole production thing. Okay, so I thought I had it set up that people can just hop in whenever the devil they wanted. and we have someone waiting to come in apparently, and I can't hear them or see them. So what the holy heck? Let's go there. Let me see if that works. It's all right. Talking about, I do this all the time. I cock up in real time all the time. It happens. It happens, and it's fine.
The errors of going live, man. That's why PB record their shit now, man, in big bulks, man. That's not that, man.
Well, this is why, again,
is hard, man.
I find a format and I stick to that some bitch like you wouldn't, but I'm never deviating from my formats unless I've had a chance to test them. And you can never test them until you're online. That's the real pain in the ass thing. But, yeah, it is what it is. Because they've said, yeah, you've mentioned it too, backstage. What the hell? You know this and I don't then, apparently. What the hell is backstage? What the hell is that?
What the hell is backstage?
Yes, what is it? You've both referenced it. The person I'm talking to, I may or may not be talking to. Maybe I'm talking to someone, maybe I'm not. But, like, what does that mean?
The man that crashed the car, man. It's the man that crashed the car, man.
Just say, but what is it? What is, I can't.
Can you not see who's backstage now?
No.
That's mental.
Hang
Oh,
on.
I don't know. I'll give you 3 guesses, bro. Let's play a game. Let's play a game.
Oh,
right now.
no, because I've switched it now, and now I can see him. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me get rid of this, because now you can see that my pick for the goddamn MVP of this episode is the one and only...
Staff anymore, mate. Can't get the staff anymore.
Oh, man. Okay, well, this isn't embarrassing at all. My first attempt at a production thing, having criticised a production event for 2 whole weeks, and I cock up. Look at me go. Briggzy, sir, how does it feel? You stole a show, your own show, mind you. How does it feel?
Fuck, I don't know if I stole it, mate. Fucking
More like hijacked? I'd say hijacked.
hijacked and crashed it repeatedly into a wall. But, yeah, man, good. Nice to be back. I've not battled for nearly 3 years now, so it was nice, man. Nice day out, wasn't it? Took the kids out.
Had a blast.
Yeah, had a blast, yeah. Went to the cinema, got an ice blast, and battled DoeJoe on the way back.
Okay, serious question though. How did that feel? How did it feel jumping back in after, especially with everything that you're putting into the tournament, everything you've done to get it running in the first place, and now you've literally, right, fuck, get me a mic, and then you step in there after such a long time. Talk to me about how that felt, man.
Just unexpected. It was just fast, man. Like, I had no desire. I've turned battles down for the last 2 years. And then we had a couple dropouts. Obviously, Bob couldn't commit to it anymore. Visual couldn't commit to it. There was quite a few that dropped out. So I sort of extended invites to everybody that I could possibly invite to join the tournament. You know, a lot of the people who are in the scene didn't apply to it or couldn't commit to it. So, you know, I know and people are saying, oh, it's a lot of newcomers and stuff. These are the people that put themselves forward to do it. The amount of people that have hit me up since going, I should have done it, man. I should have done it. We were saying that from the start. But, you know, got to a situation where it was, we either stick another newcomer in the tournament going against DoeJoe, Kingsley and Hulk, and they don't benefit from it because they get their ass beat for 3 battles, which isn't fair on him. So yeah, man, I took it on the Monday. Fair enough to DoeJoe for taking it on as well. Obviously, he was fully prepped for visual, so it wasn't ideal for him. And then, yeah, I got the flu on the Tuesday and was in bed till Friday. So I had 1 day to write, memorize, and you seen the result on the Saturday. But no, man, I was close to backing out myself just because I couldn't get out of bed. And then I spoke to DoeJoe about it and said, look, it's probably going to be a shit show, but I'll still come and do it. And we did it. And yeah, man, I've got 2 more battles to put it right.
I mean, my follow-up question to that, though, is I appreciate where you're coming from the perspective of a result in a battle, but I really do think, and I'll say this again, because the point of the episodic show is to bring people in. Oh, they're just lining up now. They're coming out of the woodwork. Who's joining us now, I wonder?
15 minutes like Briggzy.
I was going to say, yeah, right.
I didn't know if you were going to segue into it, so I didn't want to say nothing. But yeah, I saw Briggzy there for ages. I'm not going to lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stro is in the house as well. We've got just everyone's coming out of the woodwork now. It's like, okay, right, Lorne, you've had your say, right? Now it's us. I mean, I want to throw it to you. I just talk amongst yourselves, please, by all means.
Can I ask you a question?
If it's
How are you going to criticize production and can't work Zoom?
Oh.
I mean, you know,
It's
just
a
going to come
simple
out.
question.
Listen, in my defense, I've never had so many people on the same chat before because my laptop was genuinely the kind of thing that was used to power a microwave up until 2 weeks ago. So I've never had to figure it out before, and I figured it out in 5 minutes. 5 minutes I fixed the production issue, and now we've got a litany of superstars in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I think I deserve a gold star at the very least. Gentlemen, though, come on. I need to bring it back to Briggzy for a second because I felt like you guys had fun with this episode putting it together. I feel like that heel persona, even if it was thrown out for a second, really injected a lot of, again, gave people a reason. Like, if you did not watch this live, I'm telling you, you missed out. It was so much fun watching that battle unfurl, watching the fun you guys were having in the studio, watching it in the comment section, and it seems like you're really embracing the opportunity to really utilize everything at your disposal to give fans not only the battles that they expect and the sort of these little moments, but then just fun. Like, it's fun watching these, man.
I appreciate it, man. No, it's good, man. It's obviously the tournament we're in a situation where we know, well, we're filming the last 16 at the end of this month, so we know who's through, what the situation is, and it gets progressively better, man. Even the venue we're filming upgrades, everything upgrades. We have multiple cameramen by the second block we do, so the tournament gets better. We've done this on a shoestring. Like, people don't realize, obviously, a lot of our business is ticket sales. We don't have ticket sales. Even the Patreon was bringing in a decent whack of money every month. That's significantly dropped because we're not providing content on it. Like, we've done this. We've begged, borrowed, and stealed, and people have bought into an idea that we had. And it's worked, man. So it's nice when we can actually go live. Every episode so far has done over 1,000 views on the live, which has been great. And then, yeah, the TikTok does really well for 20 minutes, and then TikTok just goes, nope, fuck off. We've been blocked twice on TikTok with both streams, so it's not great, because obviously that's a big platform we want to push on, but they don't like battle rap. So, yeah, that's one issue. But everything's gone well, man. Everything's gone well, and it only gets better. Like, I can assure you on that. The battles get better, the production gets better, and everything. I feel like a lot of the people come. Don't forget, like, I've not battled for 2 years. Bowski's probably not battled for 2 years. Hulk battles once or twice a year. Like, there's a lot of guys that have come back to battling. So the first battle or two might be a bit of rust burning to get some guys back up to where he was. And I think, you know, the last block is every battle is a banger. Like, we all walked away from that last block and went, wow, that's where the tournament is now. So yeah, man, it's been good. It's been nice having the chat as well. Just engaging with the chat on the side while it's on. You don't get to do that in an event. Everyone tells you to shut the fuck up for talking. We can actually talk while we're watching the battles now.
My follow-up question, by the way, is seeing as Stro was kind enough to ask me, why are you turning into Simon Cowell both figuratively and physically with the comment sections, illustrating the fact that you've been given some tough love in these studios. You are not mincing your words at all, and I want to just let all of you know I'm here for it because you've been firm but fair. Let me ask you a question. Has that been something you've been sort of wanting to find a utilization for in terms of an on-camera presence, or do you just feel like, right, cameras on me, lads, it's time for me to have my say?
No, because look, obviously those that have been to events and been around me long enough will know that whenever people come to me for advice, or for example, whenever I was doing Undisclosed and they wanted to know, right, okay, how can I potentially get to a co-main event, a main event slot, I was brutally honest, because the man on the other side of the screen would do the same thing to me. In terms of whenever I was putting an event together, he'd be brutally honest with me, like, look, I wouldn't do this battle, this is a terrible booking, what are you thinking? But it made me better in terms of booking an overall experience for an event, and it made me look at things differently. So then when people are coming to me for advice, I'm not going to just tell you what you want to hear, because you see people when they're surrounded by yes men, you never improve. And the reality of the situation is, the one I was harshest on probably turned out being one of the better battles on the actual episode. But my biggest problem with that battle was DubTee's got so much ability, and he's got the ability to get better and better, but I just feel like that wasn't the best version of DubTee. And if you're going in as someone who people are looking at as someone that could potentially go on and win it, go and prove it. that wasn't a I'm going to win this tournament performance. And I've said this to him several times, including when we had the last event in London, when we were in the car on the way back. I was openly honest with him about him and Red Wolf's battle because I wasn't impressed with it. And then with Red Wolf, like, he's come to Briggz for advice, he's come to me for advice, God knows how many times. He's gone to everyone imaginable, and we're all telling him something's not working, but you keep going back to the same recipe. And it's like, it's a tournament setting. At what point are you going to turn around and go, actually, what I've been doing hasn't working, let me go and try something different? And I'm not going to spoil anything, but like, it's good because there's certain storylines which are in the episodes which you see payoff for, and it's good. But yeah, Red Wolf was frustrating the life out of me, and he frustrates the life out of me because he has got ability, but it's just like he refuses to embrace it. Like, for example, you see Shuffle T when he first came out, he was just unapologetically Shuffle T Raptor, unapologetically Raptor, Bobby, unapologetically him. Just be yourself. Stop trying to play up to a character that isn't there.
You think it's hard to shove your character into like 1 minute though? Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Because the 1 minute time limits are hard.
Look at Bowski.
Like you said, you've been giving him advice. Exactly, yeah. You've been giving him advice, and that's for longer battles. So now he's got to do that and work the 1 minute time limit. And like I said last week, that this should work for Red Wolf. He's known for like rapping fast. It's just the content and the delivery. It just needs. I don't know what it needs. Neither does he.
Well, does that lend itself well then to some of these guys using this as an opportunity, as kind of that catalytic moment where it's like, right, sink or swim. You're going to be exposed to this week in, week out, unless, right, this is your real moment to now be, you got to sink or swim. This is it, or you're just going to have to deal with the fact that everyone's going to be bringing this up over and over again. Because I think some of the guys have adapted already. I think you've seen some of them make tweaks, some of them hem, some of them not struggle with the format, but certainly that you can see that they're honing in on the format. Does that though mean, and Briggsy's touched on this a little bit, you've touched on this a little bit, does it make it hard to not spoil what you guys have seen because you're excited about what some of these trajectories are looking like? Some of the things has that been hard over the last couple of weeks in particular as the debut came close and now that they're running live week to week?
Yeah, kind of, and not really, because I think it's a natural progression of things. Like, you know, whether this was all live streamed and not, if it was just general events, you'd expect people still to turn up and perform. Whether it's, you know, first battle off. I mean, I'm saying this as someone who just choked 3 rounds, but you know, it's there is an expectation there, and you know, I think everyone needs to take this tournament for what it is, regardless of it being fun and things like that. At the end of the day, someone's going to walk away with 3 grand. Whoever gets to the final and loses still walks away with 1,200 quid. The whole premise of this tournament is, for Premier Battles as a business, is no longer relying on the same names to sell cards. You know, there's even like the little interviews, we might watch them and know who, I don't know who a Caveman or a Frost is, whatever. But we're not appealing to the audience that's there now. The audience that's there now is watching it anyway. We want new people. This is why we said to every battler, if you come into this tournament, it doesn't matter if it's your 3rd battle. It doesn't matter if you're Quill or Bobby Rex and Archaic. We want people watching it not knowing who these guys are. This might be the first time they ever watch a Spirit. And then the timeline for the other day was how good Spirit is. People didn't know who Spirit was a week ago. This is the whole premise of the tournament, is you don't know who's watching. Like, Premier Battles at the minute, I can tell you now, is on, I think as of today, it's on 1.4 million impressions on Instagram. That's the highest we've ever had. And it's because of the amount of content we're putting out. At the moment, that content isn't there all the time, but it will be there for the next 7 or 8 months. So, you know, there's an expectation of people to turn up, put the performances in, myself included. Now I'm battling, like, I know I had a bit of fun with it against DoeJoe, but I can't be doing that every round. I can't be expecting battlers to turn up and put on a show and I'm turning up saying nothing for 3. I had 2 rebuttals in 3 rounds and that was it. Someone said as well on Twitter, I can't remember who it was, Briggzy took the 2nd. I said a rebuttal, that's all I said. I said time after the rebuttal. I mean, I'll take it, don't get me wrong, it was amazing. But but yeah, it's not just the battlers, there's an expectation on us to deliver what we've said we'll deliver. Right from production to the size of the events. We want fans to start being desperate to come back to events, man, and the only way we do that is by selling a product that people want to spend money on. Otherwise, we might as well just all go and be plumbers, boys. Like,
The
so yeah,
pressure
I don't even know if I answered your question there, mate. I think I just went on a tangent.
No,
It's your
you're
spot
right
to
what
do
you're
it,
saying.
man. Go, man.
But the pressure's on everywhere. Like, for example, when we were filming the studio segment, like, obviously, when we were behind the camera, me, Bobby, and Shotty, like, bear in mind, Bobby Rex to the right, in the middle, Shotty on the other side. And all three of us looked at each other and were like, this is pressure, this. Just because we knew, like, it's a small... I always use the analogy of a clock face, right? You take the clock face off, so many moving parts that make the clock face turn. And it was such a small part to the episode, but it still felt important. And it's like... It threw us off because we just wanted to make sure that we nailed it. And then you look at Bobby and the job he's done as a host, it's ridiculous. And then it's like he just looks at home. So then naturally, if anyone's going into that setting, like, you've got a standard which he's set, which you've got to reach. And then you look at the production, and it's like, this isn't just anything that's just been thrown at a wall and just hope for the best. Like, it's crisp. It's unlike anything that's ever been seen in UK battle rap before. The work that's gone into it from Briggz, and just the little things, like when you're on there and he's manoeuvring the camera guys. He's like, right, okay, what about this light and how about it there? And just little things like that. It's making such a big difference. And yeah, the pressure's on everywhere. And especially for the battle, it's like, this isn't a tournament where you can just turn up and fuck about, because you'll get found out quickly and you will get criticised in the studio segments. It's as simple as that.
No, they didn't. Sorry. Someone just texted me, said Liverpool lost. I was going to wind Lawn up then, but it didn't. He won 4-1.
I don't support Liverpool. I'm an Arsenal fan. No, we've got Stro. Stro, on the other hand. Stro. Let's talk about this battle rap line. Let's talk about Liverpool for half an hour. Nah, we'll save that for another day. My question is, what's been the most personally satisfying response that you've had so far? Because I've just seen... I mean, I even saw someone say, man, can't wait for season 2. And it's like, steady on. We're not even 2/10 of the way through season 1, if you want to call it that. But what's been, like, of the reaction that you've seen so far, what have been some of the things that you've taken personal highlight of, like, man, I'm glad people have noticed that, or I'm glad people are appreciating this, or what's been, or maybe just more significantly, that people are really gravitating to some aspect of it?
That's a good question. I don't really know. Do you know?
For me, I've seen so much enthusiasm, man. I've just seen nothing but people excited week to week to see what's going to happen. Like, that's been making it appointment TV for me, at least.
Yeah, the excitement's been great to see. The engagement with it's been amazing. The best thing, the fact we've had, like, especially the first one we did, I think we hit was like 120 people at once, which was more than we expected. Obviously, we want to be doubling that number by the end of the tournament, but we knew this was a gamble, so not everything was going to work. Obviously, I'd hope we'd have enough trust from people in the scene, especially that they would sort of believe in the idea. It could have gone absolutely to pants. We could have nuked this entire thing, but fortunately we didn't. It's worked, and it's been nice to see. Yeah, it's been nice to see battlers that, that's one big thing as well, because we did reach out to everybody. It was an open audition for everyone to jump in. Not an audition, sorry, an open application. And not everybody thought it was going to work. And the amount of people that have messaged me since going, I probably should have done the tournament, that's a good sign that went on to summit. Yeah, and little things, man, like, even your sort of peers, like King the Dot tweeting it, saying this is class, ruin your day, jumping in the chat, like, people like that, where you respect their opinion on production and how to run battle rap events as well, man. So I just hope it's exciting again. It's not just, we said this when we launched it, it's not just Prem. Like, we've come away from live events. Another league needs to take the mantle now and go, well, we're doing live events. Come here. Like, if people are excited about UK battle raps, there needs to be platforms for it. It can't just be on us. Like, if we're doing this, if there's live events elsewhere, whether it's No Lose Chat, whether it's Don't Flop, whether it's is it Word of Mouth, the event down south? Anybody, like, get to him, man. Go support. If you're enjoying it, go to him, because they're just as good. A lot of times it's the same faces, the same names. So we want it's like, I've had a few messages today on the Prem thing asking when they can buy tickets to the next event, and it's like, we've not got a next event. This was the premise of it. So that's nice, man. It's nice.
I mean, keeping it kayfabe, obviously, to just episode 1 and episode 2. We don't want to spoil anything. We're not interested in spoilers. Who's been your standout? I mean, because you mentioned Spirit, and I think you're 100% right. Even though I got some heat for the take I had, and that's fine. I have controversial takes. As Bobby once coined, RZA and his shit battle rap takes. Yeah, no lies detected. That's absolutely fine, Bobby. My question is, fake glass. Which? Who, Bobby? Who's got Bobby in the chat? Fake glasses. Which? There's 3. Unless
it's me. It's
no,
me.
he said Stro's got perfect vision.
I should just step in. Do you know what? Bobby just needs to take over because because I think we got to talk about Bobby just for a second and highlight him. Just how good a job has he done as a host, man? Like, he's come in and give so much personality, so much gravitas. He's got the credibility in the bank with the fans of the existing fans, but then he's just got such a. Talk to me about Bobby Rex for a second, because he's been a joy throughout this tournament.
Bro, Bobby did exactly what we was asking people to do. When we did this tournament, we openly did streams saying, look, if you're not battling in the tournament and you still want to be involved, let us know. We'll find something for you to do. Bobby was one of the very few people that actually stepped up and said, I want to be involved. I can't. Obviously, he was in the tournament at first. When he backed out of the tournament because he's got some stuff going on, he said, I still want to be involved with Prem and help it out. And then we were like, well, why don't you host it then? Well, he's never done it before, but we know what Bobby's like as a person. He holds a conversation very well in a room. You know what I mean? So being on camera is just an exaggeration of Bobby in real life. Anyway, like, it was always going to work. And mate, I'll be honest, when we did the segments of the show, it was a wing job. Like, there was no planning. Like, we literally, I sat there and I was like, right, I feel like it needs this. Threw a WhatsApp chat out saying, yo, can anyone turn up to this place tonight? I'm going to write the script now. Wrote the script in the Uber on the way there. Bobby turned up, gave him the script in his hand. And I was just like, look, you be you. Use the script as bullet points. And I'll just stand behind the camera and direct it a little bit. So it was just a case of letting Shotty, Stro, and Bobby just be themselves and talk about battle rap, which was cool for me to listen to. Like, we've got other content pre-recorded that we can't put out yet because obviously it'll ruin things for people. But with one of the bits of content we've got, it's a bit of a round table. It's like 7 or 8 battlers who have just finished the 3rd battle in the tournament, and they're just talking battle rap between themselves, like what they thought they could have done better, who was the biggest letdown, who was the biggest standout, and it's battle rappers talking about it fresh from just being involved in it. So all that content's still there to come, and Bobby hosted that before he did the live stream stuff. So we knew Bobby was going to smash it anyway, man. And it's Bobby, innit? He's fucking one of them weird motherfuckers who's just good at everything. Weird.
Yeah, like, honestly, it was bizarre to watch, right? Because obviously the segue bit in terms of over to Trub stuff like that, like, naturally you're gonna need that, so then you know where it is in the episode. But I watched Bobby sit there for 2-3 minutes before anything started, and he was basically sorting the intro out in his head. Bobby's weird, right? Because Bobby writes a lot of stuff in his head, and I've drove to London with him where he's not got around. By the time we get to London, not only is it written around in his head, he's memorized it. Them intros that he did for the first episode were fucking ridiculous, especially the Shotty one. Like, that's why you can see like the jubilation on his face.
He's
when Shotty's
so
like,
happy he stuck that landing. He just turns it up. My first Austin gig and everything.
Because, like, I can't explain to you. Like, it literally was seconds in his head, and he's just gone. And that's the mad thing about Bobby. Like, he's just, honestly, he absolutely smashed it out of the park, and he made it fun for us. Like, honestly, if you've seen some of the outtakes, that's the bit I can't wait for.
I thought one of the outtakes are coming, yeah.
They, honestly, the laughs, it is genuinely that's probably one of my highlights, was that night, because I can't explain to you the tears I had at times. It got ridiculous at some point, to the point where everyone in the room was going. Even Briggz, when he's meant to be like directing and stuff like that, we all had tears, but it was just such a good laughing. For me, my highlight was the first episode, because, look, let's be honest, it was a big gamble doing what we did. And I remember Briggz coming to us and going, look, I've got this idea. Here's the PowerPoint presentation. This is what I want to do, and this is the vision for it. And even then we were like, it's work, but like it's never been done before. To have that that mindset and that vision to go, this is what UK battle rap needs. To then watch him execute it, and then after the episode, it was like a kid at Christmas. Like, I've never been more happy to message him like, mate, you smashed it. It was just ridiculous, and that's genuinely one of my favourite things, was that, because the fucker saves UK battle rap again, man. He's constantly saving UK battle rap in different ways.
Nah, it's not me, man. I just had an idea. If the idea don't work, if the battlers don't execute it, the staff don't execute it, everyone's got an idea. If it doesn't get executed, it's just an idea, isn't it?
Can I ask, production-wise, compared to your orthodox rap battle event, how are you finding it? Are you using your time more valuable? I'm guessing it's all running on schedule. You've still got schedule and stuff, and it's just
Bro, listen, it's like a
pros and cons.
military operation, man. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, it's what I do for the full-time job. I'm a producer on TV, so I run it like a TV show. Everyone has a call sheet. They know what time they're getting there. Bear in mind, the first day we did 16 battles in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Which most fucking rap battle events do 4 and they're overtime. But yeah, man, we did 16 battles first day. Oh no, sorry, we dropped down. It was 14 because there was a couple that they couldn't make the first event. But yeah, it's just everyone knows what time they're on. We roughly try and stick to it. Obviously, train delays and things hold things up, but most of the battlers are up. It's not like a battle rap event. You literally turn up and everyone's there. Especially the first event, like, we started early, so we made sure there was catering for everybody. So once they got there, they had breakfast, they had things ready to go, and everyone was just fueled up, drink, like, no beer. Don't forget, it's not a live event, so there's no live bar. It's waters, it's soft drinks, it's obviously, if you want to go downstairs to the bar where we was using it first, go and get a beer, but it was 10 o'clock in the morning, no one was drinking, so everyone was on job, man. Everyone was looking to do it. And like I say, when you walked in, Cammy was there on the first day. Like, it's a different setup, man. It's lighting rigs. It's not just a pit and a camera guy. Like, it's multiple cameras. We've not actually used none of the footage, funnily enough. I've just realised, but we shot the whole thing in 360 as well as another angle. So I might do some social content with that stuff. But yeah, man,
multiple floors.
Multiple floors. Yeah. First shoot was 3 floors. Top floor was all your interviews and things like that. And then, second floor was the battle, and then the first floor was like the sort of chill out area where people got food and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, we ran it like a proper production. It was scary because I know battle rappers are battle rappers. They're not people on TV, are they? So that was the big worry. But you'd be surprised, man. They all turned up looking ready to go, looking fresh. No one was rough. No one was fucking stoned out the brains where they can't even think straight. Like, everyone was excited, man. And we just conveyor belt it. So first event, used as an example, was they'd go upstairs, they'd get all their interviews done, they'd come downstairs, they'd get all the press shots done, all the angles with Rick, all the so the green screen photos done, and then the branding stuff done. Then it would be step into the pit, do your battle. Once you've done your battle, go and get your post interview. Any additional content we had going on was around there. But yeah, man, it worked. And I was surprised. Big up all the battlers, man, because I was surprised how easy they all took to it and just let us do what we was doing. No one kicked off, especially like the people who were booked at 10 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Like, they turned up, they battled, and I think we only had 2 chokes on the first event, and one of them was me.
The only other question I wanted to ask and really because again, now that you're starting to see the tournament take shape, right? And again, you guys made no small bones about the fact that this was a risk and that you were putting it on the line to a large degree. And now it's on the road, and now it's gaining traction week to week to week. How satisfying is it from, again, a personal, professional perspective to see it take off, to start to see, again, the numbers on the various platforms, the fact that invariably there are people that are going to catch later episodes and then want to catch up. There's people that are going to catch the individual battles and go, oh shit, there's an entire episode of this I need to go back and watch. And the shorts, and the fact that this is just my take as well. It feels like more and more of the battlers are now starting to utilize social media on a regular basis to put their own spin on things. I've seen Caveman. Oh, it's a controversial decision. You need to go back and watch it for yourself. You've seen other guys post their victories, the graphics from Prem, but their own stuff. How personally satisfying is it to see that a lot of the stuff that you guys were angling for a long time, in terms of their investment in their trajectories, is now starting to build and it is starting to come together. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, man. So obviously before the tournament started, we added all the battlers into a WhatsApp chat, and it was just constant. It was a communications chat, so they couldn't comment to us. It was just announcements from us to them, and it was just constant of, look, this is what we expect, but at the same time, what you expect from us will be delivered. So, you know, your graphics are sharp. Every battler will get 3 or 4, depending on how good the battle is, 3 or 4 reels that will collaborate with their social medias. They push it, we push it. Prime example of that is we've been collaborating with Sean Cray and Lefty, and both of their things are blowing up, and that's not down to us. That's down to working together on it as well. Like, and you know, most of the things we're doing, the Premier Battles YouTube channel now, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we're having 4 to 5 reels drop every single day now. We've gone up nearly 600 subscribers in the last 7 days, which is a lot considering we've not put no content out for months. So yeah, man, it's what we've been saying for ages. Like, I remember doing I don't know who it was with, doing a live stream a couple of years ago saying battlers need to start clipping your battles, man. Like, it helps you, it helps us. Like, it's pre-made, ready-made content. It's working. Like, everyone's pushing the same thing, and the battlers will get it all from us. Like, all the graphics are done, all the reels are done, like, in advance. You know, I literally have a social calendar that I've set up, and it's it's mad how much is going to be streamlined through Prem for the next 7 or 8 months, man. Every single day there's 7 or 8 pieces of content dropping on every platform.
Crash, I want to throw it to you because I have one kind of final question, but I want to make sure, because this is not my show, ladies and gentlemen. This is with Crash, and I want to make sure that I'm not gaslighting everybody by saying these are my questions and no one else gets them, because Bobby Rex has taken over the chat. He's hosting the chat. He might as well be on here, frankly. Bobby, I should have just pinged you the Zoom details. You can take my spot, and I'll just go and make a cup of tea. But Crash, is there anything you want to put to the lads? We've got them here. We don't know when they'll be back. What do you want to put to the lads?
Nah, they're all pricks, man. Nah, joking. No, I rate this show, man. This has got me excited. I haven't really been fucking with battle rap too much, like, lately, and I've seen many of the new battlers. But, like, when I saw this new concept, like I said last week, like, I was excited to see it, and the execution was so well. It's like the production, there's not much you need to add for this to be sold to go on telly, if that makes sense. I've seen a lot of, like, Channel 4 collabing with, like, the YouTubers and stuff like that. And there's no reason this can't have a little chat that, like, you man have done so well on it. And Bobby's hosting is A1. Bobby smashed it. And Red Wolf is agreeing in the comments with Stro, saying, I should have listened, he fucked it up, basically. Fat jokes, but yeah, big up you, man, innit?
Appreciate it.
Not even enough to crack a smile with the, yeah, I know, yeah, and, like, you are sold on this Stephen A. Stro persona, aren't you? You are all in on this.
No, do you know what it was? It just felt weird. Crash saying nice things about us. It's
I know it's mad crazy, but I don't know if at some point I'm an unbiased person in Prem. Like, do you know what I mean? We have a little bickers, that's battle rap, but, like, yeah, for someone that's not gonna lick your ass and say, yeah, this is sick, like, just because it's you guys, I felt like I was a good voice to join Lawn. And it's like, if there's something that I would niggle out, I would, like, you know what I mean? You man know we got jokes, like, we got banter, but yeah, it's just a good perception for the fans as well to see if someone that's not Prem staff giving their comments on it.
No, I agree. Need more of it. And then people can't say, oh, it's biased and all that shit, which is what we need, man. It's what we need. But Cash should have entered the tournament, man. He gets scared, didn't he?
He's got shook in it.
Sure, I get it.
I'm taking the piss now.
Cash can't come and play with the big boys, man.
You know what I mean?
So, like, Stro, how do you feel, like, all this time and effort, and then Briggzy throws a shit show like that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just absolutely disrespecting the whole brand and, like, showing battlers what not to do. Like,
yeah,
I mean, someone's got to do it, I guess.
My whole premise, bro, is pushing the new battlers, man. If I can push DoeJoe with a Bison Briggz on his resume.
Briggzy out here creating storylines.
Don't worry, man.
Like, it worked.
I've got Hulk and Kingsley Thunder next, man.
No, I did say earlier in the episode, it was good. Like, even though you did choke, you did come out and, like, your entrance as a character to the tournament, which I noticed, and you said was what you sold the other battlers, was like, don't go at it like an ego thing. I think that's where Red Wolf, like he was mentioning, like RX and P, and it's like we don't really want to hear that, and like we know because we've watched battle rap, but for the new fans, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so keep it relevant. But like your introduction was still good, and then you choked, which I liked.
Hey, fucking underdog story, man. Rocky got knocked out in his first.
You can't
one,
have
man.
them all, innit? Yeah. Get them on the ropes. Get them on the ropes, man.
See where we end up, I guess.
The last question I want to ask before I let you guys go, because you're both extremely busy, and I just want to say thank you so much for both of you popping on and giving us some of your time, is for those people that still haven't found an excuse to check out an episode, or for those people that have been a bit on the fence about giving it a try. What do you want to say to those people? I think you've said plenty to the people that have given it a chance, and they already know what they're going to get week to week, and I think that's a big strength of the show, the fact that you've made it appointment, must watch, every single week live, and you've established the format. We know what we're getting every single week, and we just want to get the next one. But to the people that still haven't found an excuse, or have seen it and maybe think, I'll watch it later, what do you want to say to those people?
Just watch it, man. What have you got to lose? You know what I mean? Put it on while you're doing your kids' uniform ironing. Like, it's battle rap. It's fun, man. It's fun. The tournament doesn't take itself too serious. Well, and the thing is with the tournament as well is like, people can't jump on this now and go, oh, I miss the old don't flop days. Like, Bowski's in the tournament. P Soldier's in the tournament, man. Like, these names that have been around, these new names. The good thing with this tournament is, let's say Spirit and McCoy, for example. There's no disrespect to neither of them two, but nobody's probably watching that battle as an individual drop. When it's part of the stream, people have to watch it because it's part of the show. Now people are talking about Spirit. I reckon 80% of them people probably wouldn't have clicked on that battle if we'd have just dropped it because it was on an event at the starting battle. This is where people get a chance to make the name. Like I say, we broke over 1,000 views on both of them. I think the first episode's on like 2.5 now. Bear in mind, it's 1,000 views within 5 or 6 hours because the stream's on for 2. By the time we got to bed, it's over 1,000. None of the battles are doing that on any channel. Like, it's unfortunate. That's where battle rap is. But people have watched your battle now, even if you were a newcomer. Like I say, Spirit. It was Spirit's second battle. There's Beyond's in the tournament now. Dynamic Mike, who's on next week, it's only his 3rd ever battle. He's on a stream with Hulk and Kingsley, Thunder, Kick Nelly, and Crow. Like, he's there sandwiched in the middle of them two because people will watch the entire show now. And by the end of it, people will have watched Dynamic Mike and Pagan that probably haven't watched either of them two before. So it's putting eyes on people that wouldn't necessarily have it. So if you're into your battle rap and you like finding new people, it's the best way to do it. If you like watching your old nostalgic guys, best way to do it. If you like watching your barras, do it. Comedians, do it. And crashing on it so it balances everything out. It's a good place for everybody to be.
Nice.
I love Crash. He's me mate, Crash.
Yeah, I love Crash.
I tried to explain our dynamic. Yeah, it's mental, but yeah, it's a fun one, lads. It's a fun one.
Anything to add, Stro? Anything to add at all to the impassioned speech by your definite superior?
This is our version of a Coronation Street EastEnders. Now Crash is probably going to say EastEnders is better because he's a southern softy, but everyone knows that Corrie is 100% better. But at the end of the day, like
cobblestones, brother. Fuck that, bro. You got cobblestones and that. I don't watch soaps. I miss this.
But reality of the situation is like this has got everything that you want in a package. You've got your old, for those that have been around long enough, you've got your old school battlers who you loved, your Bowskis, the Hulks of this world. You've got your newcomers, so those that are saying that we need more stars and we need to bring more people through, you've got them coming through it. The production is out of this world, and I'm not just saying that because it's it genuinely is. Like,
no, it is. It's setting new standard.
And look, it's good when Crash is openly like talking about how good it is. Like, when would you ever see that? So something.
When you man fuck up, if you man fuck up, like I'm gonna say, like, you're not joking. Nah, it's cold. It's production as well, so there's not much to fuck up. You man edit it out, as we see in Briggzy's round where the camera cut. That 23 seconds, hella long that was.
Me? I didn't edit my rounds. If anything, I cut it short, but I didn't edit the round. Hey, listen, I will die on my sword, Crash.
Stop panicking. Stop panicking.
I will die on my sword.
Why you gone red
Crash.
for? You gone red, like
Give me this.
even more than usual.
I will die on my sword, Crash.
Briggz just tell him we'll send Ricky's way. It's fine.
Yeah, send Rick your way. Hey, I did say, to be fair, I did say to DoeJoe, like, look, obviously I fucked the battle up, and I offered him the chance to obviously I would have put the choke on the live stream, but I said, look, if you want the battle to go out on the YouTube channel, I'm not going to put that out. Like, any battles, whether it's me or not, if it's 3 rounds of choking, it wouldn't hit the main channel. I offered the chance to reshoot it for him so he can at least have an upload. And yeah, we didn't do it because he didn't want to do it. But you know, this is the beauty of having it set on a TV thing as well. Like, if people want their content going on the main channel, obviously the tournament rounds have to stay as they are because there's money on the line. But we can reshoot the battle after it as an exhibition, and it just goes up on the channel as a clean watch, you know, battle. But yeah, that's the beauty of doing it. Is it's not all there and then has to be done with the crowd.
Well, it can evolve too, can't it? It can just become what you guys want it to be as you go.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Right, here's a question to you two. What's been your highlights?
This has been pretty sweet.
This, man. This is like bottom 5. This is, man.
Stro blackmailed me, man. One sec, boys. Yo.
I'll say my standout battler is Spirit, man. I don't know, something about his style, his cadence, his aura. He's got like, I don't give a fuck, but like then turns up. And like Lorne said it, like he didn't give much in the interview, but then his content was packed with like shit that I like. So it's like, okay, cool. I can't wait to hear what else he raps. And yeah, the beginning, like waiting, the anticipation of like what you were gonna do, and then seeing you execute it, and then watching battle rap in a new way. When do we ever get 4 drops on one day? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like the looking forward to it like it is a series is cool. You might have just clipped me saying nice things in it, and every time I cuss you on Instagram, it's just gonna be another clip. I can see my Stro's face, man. Every time, yo, fuck you, Briggzy. Yeah,
no,
so I like the production. You might smash it.
Like people don't understand our dynamic crashing and Prem. Like there's a lot.
They're
of
not meant
there's
to.
a lot of
They're
jokes.
not
Nah,
meant to,
no one
bro.
know, but it's joking it to see how it's evolved over the years.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now, yeah. What about you, Lon?
Genuinely,
Say something
it's
nice
been
about me. Say something nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Lon? Say something nice about me.
He's palming it to me to say something nice. No, I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not saving you from each other. You put your handbags down when you're ready, but go ahead. Keep on swinging.
Oh,
No, I was saying about Stro, like, okay, that's Crash saying nice stuff. Now, Lorne, you say something nice to me, innit? What do you like?
Well, I'm going to do my normal, overly analytical self. I'm enjoying the fact that it's coming together as a selfish battle rap fan. I have always wanted the ability to be able to point to something and say, I love battle rap, and if you don't, good. Go watch that. Because so far, what I've loved is the way that the show unfolds. I love how if you don't know anything about it, Briggzy will bring you up to speed in the first 2 minutes. Bobby will then bring you in and welcome you in. Then you'll be into your first battle, and then you'll be into the introductions, and you'll get to know the guys. It gives you a reason to invest, whereas previously, maybe if I show you a battle, it's whether or not the comedy hits. It's whether or not you like the guys. It's whether you even get the concept of battle rap. Because I genuinely have people... My dad, the other day, I can't watch his streams, but why? I don't really know what battle rap is. Like, what do you mean you don't know what battle rap is? But there are people that have a literal no, understanding, appreciation of it. And yeah, if you say, right, tune in on Sunday, okay? And just give it 10 minutes. Just give it 10, 15 minutes. And I'll bet you that by the second battle, you'll be like, well, I kind of want to see what happens next. And you start to develop this, again, this bond, this attachment to the guys and the characters, especially, as Crash has said, battlers that otherwise may not have had a direct link with the audience, that may not have had the charisma to forge that connection, but they have a mystique. Again, I think Spirit's the interesting thing I find about Spirit, as we've highlighted, is he's instantly relatable to maybe a demographic that we don't resonate with, because I look at him and go, very young, very disinterested. How is this going to translate? And then the battle happens and he comes to life and it's, whoa, where's this kid come from? That's going to speak to a whole new demographic of people that see themselves in him, and they're going to want to see and follow his journey. And that's, honestly, man, to see that all packaged together with guys you recognize, guys that you've been rooting for a while, to see them have the opportunity to battle guys that, as you guys have said, on paper maybe wouldn't have made sense, but in a tournament, mate, sink or swim. The pack, just how it's all come together has just been... So everything. There you go. That's my cop-out answer. I just love everything. It's all great. Brilliant. Fantastic stuff. 10 out of 10. 2 big thumbs up. There you go. Does that answer your question? I'm being answered questions on my own show. How does this work? Sorry. Yeah, let's just put a pin on this for a second. No, I ask the questions around here. Stro, you're not answering. What the hell? When did you start? No. Wow, it's the stare. It's the stare. It's the glasses. There's something in the glasses because they're not real glasses, aren't they?
You don't know how to work Zoom, and you don't know clearly how a conversation works. It's a two-way conversation, so obviously we can ask questions as well. It's the whole point.
Can you? I feel like it's my show and I make the rules, but okay. Do you know what? Fine. On this occasion, all good. I mean, okay. I do want to ask a question though, which is, again, what are you saying to people that are just, again, on the fence for whatever reason? Briggzy's given a compelling argument. What else? It's Sunday night, lads. There's never anything on proper television anymore because we're all on the internet. But we all know that scrolling for 10 hours is going to melt your brain. Why not give it a chance? And trust that it's been curated, as I feel like this episode proved, right? This is the example that I would show to people to say, look, they've really thought about this, putting this episode together, because this bit follows on for this bit and it makes sense. What are you saying to people that are still on the fence, though? Or, better still, you've never seen a battle rap. You don't know what battle rap is in the UK. Chuck this on for an hour, lads. What would you say to them?
What would I say to him? Look, some of the best TV shows I've stumbled on is when I've been bored and I've been looking for something and I've tried something completely different. This has the ability to bring a new audience in, which isn't there in a minute. And you can see that from the impressions that we're getting, from the views that we're getting, from the people that are on the live stream, to something's clicking. And I feel like we're just starting to scratch the surface. And look, just give it an opportunity. And I guarantee you within 2 minutes you'll be hooked. Because the aesthetic is so pleasing. And then you've got the battles, and then you've got the personalities. And you will see people really jump into their personalities more and more as the tournament goes on, which is what you want to see. So just give it a chance, because it's entertaining as fuck, and no one's doing it like this at the minute.
And is there any danger? We're not disclosing results, we're not about that here, but we've got Kick Nelly versus Crow, we've got Dynamic Mike versus Pagan, and we've got Hulk versus Kingsley Thunder on another 3-stack show next week. No spoilers, but what would you tell people to keep an eye out for, or what are you excited about this episode compared to episode 2 and episode 1?
Well, to be honest, the only reason why I jumped in is because Briggz is known for giving spoilers, so I just got a bit scared, so I just thought I'd make sure that he doesn't spoil anything.
Nah, there's no spoilers, man. It's a good show.
Everyone's been tight-lipped, man. I've been touching base with people saying, listen, how are you getting on? And they go, I'm not telling you anything. And I mean nothing. Like, not even like, oh, it's going really well, or yeah, I suppose it's been nothing. I got nothing out of anybody, and I tried. I wanted to know. I needed to know, but no one would give me anything.
No, it's good, man. We had a conversation with all the battlers before it. Like, say, even the battlers that didn't, unfortunately, make it through to the next round, we messaged them all separately and just said, look, thanks for being in the tournament. Obviously, I know it's disappointing, but we'd appreciate it if you just stay quiet about it for now.
Well, I'm sorry to cut in there. I've got a message here from at Big Bobby Rex, quote, how much are you willing to pay for the information, Lorne? I'll send my account number and sort code.
Bobby can create,
enough,
and
Bobby.
Bobby can destroy.
Enough. I promise you. We'll talk turkey after the show. But like, okay, I don't want to keep you any longer because again, so generous for coming on. I really, really appreciate you guys. And again, I know it's the early stages. There's still so much more to come. But again, I think the fact that we're doing a weekly show and there's so much to talk about speaks to the fact that you guys you've performed something fucking Herculean, right? And speaking as an editor, listen, I produced half an hour of content a week, and it used to make me question life. So the fact that you guys are putting together nearly 2 hours of content a week that's been curated to an insanely high degree, having collated hundreds of recording hours, is nothing short of incredible. And I just congratulations, man. It's coming. It's gonna be. Why is it? Is camera zooming now? Like it's an emotional moment. That was weird. Briggzy was sort of zooming in there for a second, like it was this impassioned speech I was making. And it was like, Lorne, I just want to let you know that for you and all the Battle Rap fans out there, you're welcome. Like that's what it was building to there.
I don't even know what that was. Yes, my bad. It's the new AI system on the Mac. It like auto focuses. So if I lean back, watch. See if it does it. No, it's not doing it.
No, you definitely did it yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's threw me under the bus there, hasn't it?
It was timed perfectly as well.
Appreciate it, boys. Like I say, we actively said we want people getting involved and making content and pushing the show, man. So you two are doing it.
Yeah, to be fair, like this has been entertaining watching the dynamic between you two, and yeah, this has been fun to watch.
It's been fun to do, man. And like I was explaining to Lorne that before he was in Battle Rap, there was like do you remember when London Gen had like the Sunday roast? And every Sunday it'd be funny, everyone pop in, jokes, battlers. That's how I got the Scoop battle, just chatting shit with Scoop. And it was good. But now it never feels like there's nothing to talk about and even to report about. But now you guys have given us something actively scheduled. We know where to be at on Sunday. That we can make something like this and plan out a show every Monday.
It's lovely to hear that, mate. Lovely.
It's fucking wonderful.
No, we appreciate it, man. Like, the more people that get behind it, even the fans, the battlers, it's nice to see the battlers. I think it was Sean Cray actually pulled a couple battlers before up on Twitter, like, rather than fucking arguing with each other on group chats, go and do it in the comments, man, because engagement matters. The more engagement, the more it pushes it forward. Like, everyone repost, even just little things, repost a flyer or repost. If you think someone got robbed, let us know, man, because it's engagement. That's what we want to see. Put it in the comments so we can engage back with you. It's about making everything move in one direction. Now, otherwise, this shit just fizzles out and we go back to doing what we was doing. But it's exciting, and it only gets better. Like, I'm not just saying it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, there might be some streams here and there that are a bit weaker than the others, but that's what happens when you film 32 battles. Like, some of them are going to be a little bit weaker, but the tournament gets stronger and stronger. It feels like a lot of the rust comes off a lot of people. You know, Pete Soldier's not battled for ages. He comes back. Sam Hypes is another one who was like Mr. Consistent, but he's not battled for 18 months. I've been out for 3 years. Like, Hulks does 1 or 2 a year. Who else in the tournament? And then you've got your new people like Hamill, Pagan.
Lester's not battled for a while.
Who?
It's Lester, 1 in like 2 years.
Yes, Lester. And it's good, man. Like you say, I think Lorne, you said it before. We get to see matchups we might never have seen, and trust me, there's some upsets. Some big people might not make it through these group stages.
There are still people asking about the live element, by the way. I mean, I'd rather dissuade people from thinking too far ahead in the future to the live stuff, because again, we're doing this week to week. I'm kind of more interested in seeing how it develops week to week. But just for those people that are interested and just need a reminder from your original stream back in the day when you kind of, again, I thought very bravely kind of laid out the blueprint for how the next year. I mean, it's rare someone just says, look, this is the next year we're doing, right? And that's the plan, we're sticking to it. But a lot of guys and girls are kind of highlighting like, right, I'm getting that itch to get back in the room to see this live sort of thing. It's the elimination rounds, isn't it? The knockout phases that are going to be back to the live format. Is that right, or am I misremembering that?
Yeah, sorry, I was just laughing at Bobby's comment. Yeah, man. So the next actual live event won't be till the semi-finals, which will be May, June time, depending on scheduling. Tickets will go on sale in about 2 weeks for the final. The final is August 1st in London, and that's already locked in. We've already got 3 massive battles locked in on that, obviously including the final. But the card will be built around the final being the biggest thing that we'll be doing that year. And then the 3 battles we've got underneath it are an all-star plug-worthy level battles, like the big battles. So yeah, everything's leading to that. The semi-final will be live. We don't know if it's going to be Manchester or London yet. I think we're going to gauge that on who actually gets through to the semi-finals. Like, if it's 4 Northern battle rappers, I'm probably not going to take it to London. And we also need to rebuild the North a little bit. Like, North's kind of got just left by the wayside a little bit because crowds depleted over the cup. North had the beautiful thing of 4 years of being hammered with events, and London got starved, and then London became the place to go because they were starved, man. But it goes back to what I was saying, like, it's not, if people want their live UK battle rap fix, it's not just on us, man. If No Lose Chat drop tickets, buy them and go, man. Like,
I was literally about to say, do you think people are still not quite grasping the real true aim, which is to kind of, right, we need to revolutionize and we need to really diversify where battle rap can take itself in this era. It's not about tried and trusted tracks. It's about, right, how do we take what we know is a good, we got quality battlers, quality performers. We need to put them in the laps and on the desks and in the TV, you know, and in people's purview that are not seeing it right now, and we need to build them to know that they're going to get it. And this is the thing I think I'm most excited about, again, is knowing week to week from now until, like you say, mid-June, mid-July, we've got a steady flow of content that's going to be a base level of production and a base level of quality, because you guys will have scrutinized it. For me, that's infinitely more exciting at the moment to see how that unfolds. But I'm doing one of my speeches and it's zooming again. It's like it's detecting my bullshit and trying to air me out of the frame. Interesting. But
I swear it's not me, by the way. It's not me doing it.
Its timing is perfect though. But like, do you think people just need to really remember the point of the tournament? The point of the tournament is to overhaul where battle rap is seen and who follows it. Like, we're trying to revolutionize it to a certain degree here. Do you think people just need to really embrace that element of it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's about just trying something new, man. Like, I feel like we've been stuck in the same cycle for years.
I mean, do you not think it's weird, considering like there's so much of battle rap in the UK is online already? Like, the fact that someone could jump into this tournament and see someone that's maybe more established and go back through their, because it's how I got in. Like, I see a battler, I watch their back catalogue, and then you watch the catalogue of the other guys they battle, and suddenly, man, you're in. Like, this tournament feeds into that. Like, it feeds into that culture to a certain degree, but then still tries to get it onto the other platforms.
Yeah, battle rap's it's a rabbit hole, and it once you're in, and there's no escaping. You know, we've got to appreciate the fact that when the scene was at its peak, you know, it was massive, and a lot of the people that were involved, even the battlers and the fans, we've all got older, man. When I got into battle rap, I didn't have 2 kids and a fucking full-time job. See, I'm zooming out now. It's not me. But no, like fans don't, and it's just understanding where everything is. Like, if I want to go on a fucking little mini violin here, but like, the live event industry is dead. People don't have expendable money to go and do a weekend in London or a weekend in Manchester. Like, it's just where we are now. We're pre-packaging the content and just saying, yo, come and enjoy it. Well, it doesn't cost you anything, man. You don't have to go and get an hotel for 2 days in Manchester to enjoy what you like. It's live, it's free, it's on a Sunday. If you've got mates that used to love it, share it back to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, yo, remember when we used to watch this? And at the same time, bringing some new people. A lot of the younger audience now live on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all that. Whereas, you know, when I got into it, you had to go to the events. The battles came out on YouTube, but that weren't the big thing. The big thing was going to see it live, like being in the room and watching O'Shea and fucking Shotty when he first come through and all these. Like, it was a big thing. I still watch events now and go, I was there when that happened. Like, that was a big event. That got lost, but it got lost because people got older, man. People got older and had other responsibilities, and we got to tap into this new generation of what it is. Start the scene a little bit with live events, and just make people watch it. The biggest thing for us is making people watch. Once people watch, they'll go, I won't mind going to see that. That's where we want to get with this tournament. We've got live streams scheduled up now until the 11th of April. They're scheduled up the quarterfinals, and then the June 6th will be the semi-final. That will be a live ticketed event, and then the final will be August. So this tournament will run until August, and there'll be 7 or 8 pieces of content a day up until that point. So if we've come out of this tournament and we're still getting fucking 300 views, then yeah, I might just delete the channel and get into being a fucking lumberjack or something. I don't know. But until that point, boys, I'll stay choking against DoeJoe and saying I'm going to Make this shit work somehow.
Not being funny, if all else fails, you have Bobby Rex as a one-man T-shirt catchphrase making machine, and I mean this. I need a "We have just witnessed a car crash" T-shirt. I need that in my life more than I need my next breath. I'm just throwing it out there. I know I once petitioned you for title belts. You delivered. You delivered on those shiny title belts. I need a Bobby Rex. We have. And I need the dots. I need the pauses in the title. I need it, man. I need them at the event I go to. That's my plea to you while I have your attention. You're undivided or otherwise.
We'll see what we can do.
All right. Gentlemen, it has been an unadulterated pleasure. The hassle of Crash as well. Mwah. Fantastic. Lovely seeing a bit of friendly rivalry competitiveness there, considering Liverpool let me down. They won 4-1, it turns out. I checked the score. Damn. But it's Barnsley. I mean, you're supposed to beat them, aren't you? I mean, come on now. United can fall short, but Liverpool, you're champions, aren't you? You're supposed to be really good at the moment, but, you know. I'm the only Arsenal fan in the house, so I've got to pick my words carefully because we could still lose the league. Anyways, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. I really do appreciate it, man.
Anytime, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
anytime.
the coverage as well.
This is the awkward moment, though, because as Stro has adequately pointed out at several points, I don't know how to... They're just going to sit there until they leave now. So they might just sit there and make me feel awkward and, like, make me justify all my...
You can't ask me questions on my show. He doesn't even know how to finish the show. And doesn't
I do know how to... I know how to end the stream. No, the stream... No, stop you. I know how to end the stream.
What's going on here?
Sticky note. What the fuck?
Someone's hijacked the white... Oh, it's Briggzy. Okay. Wow. I have really I've lost all control here.
Oh, my God.
Crash is joining in.
Kick him out, bro.
Oh, my God.
That's all right. Next week's show is just going to be for the sex bots.
I made such a mistake sending an open invite with the express instructions to show that, don't worry, they never change, didn't I? That was an error on my part. Well, you live, you learn.
Oh, I've lost the pen. Who's took the pen off?
Yeah, where's the pen?
What is that?
Anyone say while we're here, while Lauren works it out?
Dude, work what? I don't know what's happening right now. This is just...
Oh, no.
I'm at the mercy.
Do you know what? That's the teacher in me now. No, boys. Come on now. We're...
You can't say whoa after the comments you were making about Bowski before. I've seen a lot of Bowski and he's a big guy. Pause.
Whoa. I'll see you on Twitter, mate. I see you.
You best believe I've got that clipped.
Oh my
Make the most of it. Make the most of it, man. Because when I have a battle, it's just the first round is dedicated to you and Briggzy, innit?
Me and Crash will just give you ample time to try and figure out how to.
I'm not gonna bother because you're gonna figure out a way of getting back. Because you have, again, full disclosure, you have the. So what? I'm just gonna trust that you're gonna leave now and not jump back on.
Hey man, I don't do the buttons. I just do the buttons.
You're still associated, my brother. Like, what's going on here?
All right, we don't have the production like Prem have with the sandwiches in the morning.
We don't have the production. We don't have the production of a bloody primary school nativity play, but I do my best. I'm doing my best
because this one doesn't look like you filmed it on a potato this time.
Again, I have a laptop from this millennium. That's why I upgraded it marginally, sort of, little bit.
Yeah, I was on my phone last time as well. Now I'm on my laptop.
We're in the... Listen, you guys think you have the production market cornered. Oh, me and Crash are coming for you. We've got a whiteboard. You guys ain't got a whiteboard. Apparently, I didn't know we had a whiteboard.
Now, if you ask us to bring up the whiteboard, I doubt either of us could do that.
How do you do that?
Lauren asked before, wholeheartedly, and went, what does backstage mean?
I don't know what it means. What does it mean?
What are we doing here?
What does it mean? I'm curious now. What does it mean?
For a man that's interviewed guests,
I have
a wide range of different. You don't know what backstage is.
No idea.
Crash, come on, bro. What we're doing here, mate?
Don't
man.
you have a Liverpool result to
man.
go and celebrate into the ground? Don't you
Joking
have?
aside,
Don't you have a
one thing
title
I
to
wanna
lose?
say-
Yes.
Yeah, nah, joking aside, one thing I want to say, guess what?
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's gonna leave. I don't know how you fell for that, bro. I don't know how you. You know that's the equivalent of like making you look
Oh
at each other,
yes,
flicking you up.
and that's
Yeah,
fine.
they got you, man.
I take the hit because that. I think you'll all agree watching this live, and if you watch stuff, that was fun. Was that not fun? That was fun. I feel like, right? I feel like
That's how my friendship with them man are. It's just so much fun, like, and people don't get it, and it makes it even more fun because people think we're serious or like, and it's just them men are cool, man. They are funny guys.
That was fun. We covered a lot of ground with them as well. So I guess I just want to give you Bobby. It was okay. Again, Bobby, I'm not you though, brother. I can't host as well as you. I only have 3 or 4 years of experience. You've been doing it a whole 2 weeks. Of course, you're better than me.
These guys have changed, man. Stro commenting on the production, Bobby on the hosting, man. These guys have changed. They've upped the game, man.
They have. They've gone Hollywood.
They're better than us now.
But thank God for that, to be honest with you, because I want to throw it to you as your final thought, because we covered a lot of ground, and we've got next week's show to maybe just throw to you to preview, maybe. But overall, did you enjoy this week's episode? And do you think it was a good follow-on from the first episode? Do you think it's raised the stakes? Do you think it's elevated things?
I do, man. And Briggzy said it earlier, like, not all the battles are going to be great, but when you have a drop of 4 battles or 3 battles, however many, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, not every episode of your favorite series is a good episode. So maybe it's them deader episodes that still have a few gems in them or good performances. But then next week, like I said, next week looks a bit more competitive, like, do you know what I mean? But this week we've had a funny episode. The first week we had the intro week, so it's going to be fun seeing how the battles get matched up, and as we digress through the tournament of like when it starts getting more competitive, those trailers are going to get a bit more mean, a bit more DubTee, like a bit more nasty.
Well, the question I have for you then is, I won't ask you to pick winners just yet. I think we'll save that for our show next week. But of the 3 battles, Kick Nelly versus Crow, Dynamic Mike versus Pagan, and Hulk versus Kingsley Thunder, which one of those 3 do you think you're looking forward to the most?
My last battle was Hulk, and Kingsley Thunder is hilarious, and I like Hulk as a battler as well. He's like very matched to my style, and I think they may be the OGs of the episode, so that would be a great main event. So it's probably that one. But then I don't want to sleep on Nick Kelly versus Crow, because both of them are very good, and both of them are characters as well. So I feel they'll play the part to their I think they'll play the part very well.
Which is interesting, because the one I'm probably most intrigued by is Dynamic Mike and Pagan. Pagan, because I think he's a dark horse to win his group. He's just got to overcome Hamill, I would say. And whether or not he can do that remains to be seen, obviously. But Dynamic Mike, a curious case, and one I think could do well within, maybe not pick up a lot of points in the tournament, because I think ultimately he's not quite experienced enough as a battler yet. But he is a fucking ball of it. He is just having so much fun in there, that I think the combination of Pagan wanting to make a statement in his first battle versus someone as unabashedly fun and just clowning on everything as Dynamic Mike. I mean, you saw it from the preview, just going off on Pagan, going to the gym relentlessly, but like with a massive grin on his face. I think that's an interesting middle card battle, and I think that gives you a really balanced overall episode. I'm really looking forward to it, man.
I think we're really going to see how that dynamic works of bars versus jokes as well. As you said in the preview, we had Pagan, who I've watched Pagan live. I've seen Pagan, a few of Pagan's battle. He is very good. He doesn't turn up not to kill you. Like, he's very aggressive, but he's still got the punchlines and the references that we get. And then that was my first time seeing a proper Dynamic Mike little snippet. And it seemed to diffuse, like, do you know what I mean? It seemed to diffuse it of like, you take this very seriously. I don't take this very seriously. And it'd be good to see of what that looks like in this new setting and how it works for them.
Well, there you go. So, I don't know what just happened. There was a lot that happened, and I'm struggling to understand and get my round about half of it. We had Bobby in the comment section tearing it up. We had a whiteboard with a penis on it, and all sorts of fresh off the press news from Briggzy and Stro, who were kind enough to drop in with us. I think we'll call it a day there. I need to catch my breath. That was
I tell you what, it sets the standard.
something.
If the staff over at Prem are fucking with us, where's everyone else,
This is it.
man?
This is it.
I don't see
Listen,
him on any other bloggers or reblog. Hey, man, I love
gonna-
Cammy, I love Hulk, but
just
I ain't
gonna-
see the staff with them.
just gonna throw it
And,
out there that everyone's
I
got
was
the Zoom
thinking-
details now. So if you think you can handle Crash, because Crash is the one you got to worry about. I will let you guys run, but Crash isn't gonna let you guys go. If he doesn't, he's gonna let you know. But the Zoom details are
I think
there.
I'm just real. I think I'm just real with it, man.
I think
just
you are.
I'm real
I
with
think
it, man.
you are.
And
But-
the 1st of August, if that's the final and that's a live event, I think I might have to be in the building, man.
Ooh, 100%.
I think I might have to be in the
1000%.
building. Might have to have some commentary, some live interviews, see what's going on.
I
But that's for
could have
another
done
show,
That's the
for
thing.
another day.
I now know how to do that. So, well, with my production expertise, remains to be seen. But that's a conversation for another day. In the meantime, is there anything you would like to say to everyone to sign off, i.e. plug and socials and all that good signing off jazz? I've interrupted you mid-crunch.
No, you're good. You're good. It's a gummy. You're fine. No, man. Thank you for watching. I've been Crash at Simply Crash on Instagram. And yeah, if you're looking for some cool, dope battle rap type music, insert coin on Bandcamp, man. Look me up.
There it
It's
goes.
free.
There it goes. I want to say thank you to James. He's been commenting throughout. Hylas, he's been in the chat. Hadda Shrooms has been suspiciously quiet. Hadda Shrooms, if you were in this live stream, you need to ping me so I can fix whatever problem that was immediately. Also, look forward to next week's episode, because next week, Hadda Shrooms has very kindly devised me an intro theme and an outro theme that I'm going to reintroduce into the intro graphics instead of the buzz. That apparently pisses a lot of you off. I didn't know that. Hadda Shrooms is the first person to say it, but I will change that with a tune from the very talented Hadda Shrooms. I would suggest that you go and check him out over on his Twitter page, because he's posting his music all the time on there. But thank you very much all the same for joining us. If you did, Bobby Rex obviously was in the chat. You absolute superstar, Bobby. Cheers for that. And Red Wolf obviously dived in. Again, worth pointing out, Red Wolf stuff is on his YouTube channel as well. Extremely talented musician. And if you liked what you saw in his battle against DubTee, he's got a bunch of other battles on the Prem YouTube channel. I think that means we've covered everyone. And the final comment goes to James. Salute to you both. Enjoyed the stream. But constructive feedback. If you've got guests on like Briggzy, Stro, dip into the chat more. James, I was barely able to keep the conversation contained within the confines of my own laptop, my friend. I will work on it, but I apologize, because that was something else. I want to say thank you to you as well, my friend, for helping me co-host this episode. I don't know what I would have done without you, my friend.
No problem, man. I'm just here for the vibes in the chat. Also, I reckon we could get a Bobby on. Bobby's sounding kind of like he wants to jump on
It sounds like it.
the next stream. So
I will make the Zoom
it'd be a
details
pleasure to have
available.
Bobby on here, man.
Everyone's
Come on,
going to
man.
get these Zoom details every week. And this is the other thing worth stressing at this point as we wrap up. Every single week now, just like Prem, we will make a point to be live every single Monday, 9 p.m. on the dot. I will not do my usual tomfoolery of starting an hour early or 3 days too late. 9 p.m. Set your fucking watch to it. Me and Crash will be here every Monday to recap every single episode. And you should look forward to it almost as much as you look forward to the next episode of Where Winning Matters from Premier Battles. Episode 3, Kick Nelly versus Crow, Dynamic Mike versus Pagan, Hulk versus King Lee Thunder. That is live on the 18th of January at 8 p.m. on YouTube and all good streaming platforms. So, with that in mind, I've been Lorne, he's been Crash. This has been the Halcyon Show. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good jazz. And before you do anything else, take very good care of yourself. And we will see you, that's it, we are going to see you on the next Halcyon Show.